The Mahabharat, a timeless epic, continues to resonate across generations, not merely as a tale of an epic war, but as a profound allegory of human struggles. Its core themes, Dharma, morality, relationships, and self-realization transcend time, providing insights into the eternal conflicts we face within ourselves and in society. By exploring its relevance with detailed examples from the epic and present-day parallels, we can better understand why the Mahabharat remains an eternal war. 1. The conflict of Dharma. The entire epic revolves around the complexity of Dharma, righteousness. Yudhishthira, the eldest Pandava, is renowned for his adherence to Dharma, yet he finds himself breaking it on multiple occasions, such as when he lies during the war about Ashwathama's death. Arjuna's conflict at the start of the Kurukshetra war is another iconic example, as he grapples with the moral dilemma of fighting his own kin versus fulfilling his duty as a warrior. Modern life is filled with similar conflicts. A whistleblower in a corporate setting, for instance, faces the challenge of exposing unethical practices at the risk of losing their job and social ties. Parents may struggle between providing for their family financially and spending quality time with their children. These dilemmas highlight the ever-present battle to define and adhere to one's dharma in a complex, interconnected world. 2. The battle within. Arjuna's internal struggle on the battlefield is the most prominent representation of the battle within. Overwhelmed by fear, attachment, and doubt, he questions his purpose and seeks Krishna's guidance. Another example is Karna, torn between loyalty to Duryodhana and his inner realization of being on the wrong side of the war. Many individuals today face similar inner conflicts. Consider a doctor who must decide whether to perform an expensive procedure that may yield minimal results or suggest a less profitable, but more practical solution. Athletes and performers often face battles of self-doubt before crucial events, much like Arjuna hesitated before the war. The Mahabharat teaches us that addressing these inner conflicts with clarity and guidance is key to moving forward. 3. The eternal play of power and greed. Duryodhana's insatiable greed for power and refusal to part with even 5 villages for the Pandavas exemplifies the destructive potential of unchecked ambition. His arrogance blinds him to reason, leading to the devastating war. Even Dhritarashtra, driven by his love for his son, enables Duryodhana's actions, contributing to the tragedy. In modern politics and corporate environments, the relentless pursuit of power mirrors Duryodhana's greed. Scandals like corporate fraud, political corruption, and conflicts over resources showcase how ambition can lead to societal and environmental destruction. The Mahabharat reminds us that unchecked greed leads not only to personal downfall but also to widespread suffering. 4. Relationships and their complexities. The epic is rich with complex relationships. Draupadi's unwavering support for the Pandavas contrasts with her scorn for Karna, who insulted her during her humiliation in the Kaurava court. Bhishma's loyalty to the throne forces him into silence during Draupadi's disrobing, highlighting the pain of conflicting loyalties. Similarly, Kunti's secret about Karna's lineage adds another layer of complexity, as it impacts her bond with both Karna and the Pandavas. Family dynamics today are just as intricate. A child might face divided loyalties in a divorced family, while friends may find themselves on opposite sides of political or ideological debates. Professional environments also mirror such tensions, with colleagues torn between loyalty to peers and adherence to organizational policies. These situations echo the Mahabharat's exploration of the fragile balance in relationships. 5. Justice and moral ambiguity. The Mahabharat questions the notion of absolute justice. Krishna himself employs deception, such as advising Bhima to strike Duryodhana's thigh or ensuring Karna's demise by exploiting his vulnerabilities. These actions, though necessary for victory, blur the lines between right and wrong. In legal systems, justice is often subjective. Plea bargains, for example, involve compromises where justice for victims may not align with societal expectations of fairness. Leaders in crisis situations might make morally ambiguous decisions for the greater good, similar to Krishna's strategies. The epic reminds us that life often requires navigating gray areas where morality and practicality collide. 6. The cyclical nature of conflict. The Kurukshetra war is not a standalone event, but the culmination of long-standing animosities and unresolved disputes. Even after the war, the cycle continues, as seen in Gandhari's curse on Krishna, leading to the eventual destruction of his lineage. The cyclical nature of conflict is evident in international relations, where historical grievances fuel ongoing tensions. Wars may end, but mistrust and resentment persist, as seen in post-colonial struggles or regional disputes, like those in the Middle East. The Mahabharat illustrates that unless deeper issues are resolved, cycles of conflict are bound to repeat. 7. The quest for self-realization. Arjuna's transformation through Krishna's teachings in the Bhagavad Gita represents the ultimate quest for self-realization. The Gita's philosophy urges individuals to rise above material attachments and ego, emphasizing the importance of karma, action, aligned with Dharma. In today's fast-paced world, the pursuit of self-realization is often overshadowed by materialism and competition. Practices like mindfulness and spiritual retreats aim to address this imbalance, reflecting Arjuna's journey. Professionals seeking purpose beyond monetary success or individuals striving for inner peace mirror the teachings of the Gita. 8. The role of women in conflict. Women in the Mahabharat, though often overshadowed by male heroes, play pivotal roles in shaping the narrative. Draupadi's humiliation during the dice game becomes a catalyst for the war, symbolizing how mistreatment and injustice toward women can escalate into larger societal conflicts. Kunti's decisions, such as keeping Karna's identity a secret, profoundly affect the trajectory of events. Gandhari's curse, born of her grief and sense of betrayal, seals the fate of the Yadava dynasty. The role of women in societal and political conflicts remains critical. Movements like Me Too highlight how women's voices, when suppressed, can lead to widespread societal upheaval. Women leaders like Jacinda Ardern or Malala Yousafzai demonstrate the transformative power of women in leadership roles, much like Draupadi's resolve in uniting the Pandavas for justice. The Mahabharat reminds us of the profound impact of women's experiences and actions in shaping the course of history. 9. The consequences of ego and pride. Many of the epic's conflicts are driven by ego and pride. Duryodhana's refusal to share even a needlepoint of land stems from his arrogance and inability to accept the Pandavas as equals. Karna, despite knowing the Pandavas were his brothers, fights against them due to his pride and his loyalty to Duryodhana and his status as a warrior. Even Draupadi's comment about Duryodhana, a blind man's son, is also blind wounds his ego, fueling his animosity. Ego-driven decisions often lead to personal and societal conflicts today. Be it workplace rivalries, political power struggles, or international disputes, pride can blind individuals and leaders to rationality and compromise. For instance, trade wars and diplomatic standoffs frequently arise from leaders' egos, much like the Mahabharat's characters. The epic serves as a cautionary tale about the destructive potential of unchecked pride. 10. The inevitability of change and impermanence. The Mahabharat underscores the inevitability of change. Despite their victory, the Pandavas eventually renounced their kingdom, embarking on a journey toward liberation. The destruction of the Kauravas, the passing of Krishna, and the fall of the Yadava dynasty symbolize the impermanence of power, wealth, and relationships. This cyclical nature of life and death reinforces the idea that nothing in the material world is eternal. Modern society is a constant reminder of impermanence. Technological advancements, economic shifts, and cultural transformations reflect how quickly the world changes. The rise and fall of empires, businesses, and even social trends mirror the Mahabharat's lesson that clinging to the material or resisting change is futile. The epic encourages embracing life's transient nature with wisdom and detachment, as seen in Krishna's teachings to Arjuna. The Mahabharat, with its depth and complexity, remains a timeless guide to understanding human existence. Each of its themes, from Dharma and internal conflict to the roles of women, ego, and impermanence, offers profound insights into the struggles we face in both personal and societal contexts. By reflecting on these lessons, we can navigate our own eternal wars with greater clarity, compassion, and resilience, finding harmony in the chaos of life.